So maybe the one that you see a lot of in the news is like what we call the hyperscaler data centers. So it's a data center which gonna consume a lot of power. We're talking about potentially hundreds of megawatts, and usually you may have like one, potentially two tenants. So it's going to be like Meta, it's going to be Microsoft, it's going to be like Amazon, and they gonna kind of need to have some very bespoke features. And when I say bespoke features, I mean they typically like to operate their own data center. So what do they need here? They need like land. They need like some kind of shell. They need some kind of chillers to cool it. I mean, they need kind of all the kind of um, power and kind of maintenance of the data center. Then after the rest,
Mm-hmm.
they will take care of it. So for this kind of large data center where you typically have a 15, 10 years contracts with a data center, I mean, you're going to look at kind of probably like big investment tickets. Could be some billions, depending on the size. You will need like to find like some like very kind of um, clear path to power availability. Because I mean, when you need to power like 100 megawatts, and you need like to either have like some kind of very contracted accessibility to power, or potentially create your own power plants. It's what you see also in the news, especially in the US. And for those kind of investment of data center, you're going to kind of lease, I mean, this kind of power access lands and kind of shell of data center to those kind of big hyperscalers. But I mean, as
Mm-hmm.
they're going to do most of the work and case by case, but they know exactly what they want to do, you won't expect to have a large return. So it's probably like more like almost like real estate territories. And it's why a lot of data centers for hyperscalers are kind of being are working with real estate investors, because I mean they
Mm-hmm.
see like as a large tenants, a single tenant is going to stay there for 10, 15 years.
So
And probably
just to
you
summarize quickly, so I'm Meta, Microsoft, Amazon. I want to build like a very big data center. I will connect with real estate investors. They have a piece of land. They can build the actual buildings and the sort of racks for my servers. I will have some specific requirements, as you said, in terms of cooling, etc., etc. At the end of the day, me as one of those big firms, I'll put my servers and then I will do the rest. So it's more or less like, as you said, like a tenant. So I'm renting a place, and that's how it works.
That's exactly that. So, I mean, you can even put like infrastructure investors, but it's going to be like probably more the core side of the business. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
by the way, what we see is like you can lease those kind of large data center to hyperscalers. You create an asset
Mm-hmm.
co, which is almost like pretty stable cash flow over time because it's kind of almost fully contracted, and use this kind of asset co as leverage to develop further data center. You do like a dev co, and you're able like to kind of increase your returns by using
Mm-hmm.
those contracted, I would say, cash flow to finance the less contracted cash flow. So that's what we see. So that's the first bucket, and it's probably what we call core. Let's say probably between 9 to 11% IR, depending of the contractual features and the geography.